Hi, welcome everyone to this 10th episode of Women's Self-Care Series. As you all know, this is the last episode of our first season, and what a great way to end this show with a special guest that we have. She's the founder of Momboss Academy, a mother of three young children, an author, a speaker, a podcaster, and an entrepreneur. With all that under her belt, I'm not sure how could she be so chill, as she's also known as the chill mom. Her passion in sharing her learning and experiences through her courses on how to have a successful six-figure online business has been the talk of every aspiring mompreneur who would want to follow her lead. Let's all welcome the one and only Michelle Han.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, finally.
Yes, good to see you.
I hope you had a good lunch.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Have you? Have you had a lunch yet?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let us start by can you tell us more about yourself and how your journey have been into all of this success, and especially in being a mompreneur?
Hi, and hi everyone who's joining us. You did a very good introduction. I must say thank you so much for the kind compliments. So my story really began about. My kids are looking at me going live. My story began about 9 years ago when my first daughter arrived. So she's watching actually. Lauren Ganofino, she's the one having our comment right now. So I really started then because I had a soup and salad bar that I was running prior to motherhood. I was really happy running it, but then when Lauren arrived, I decided to quit the business to be just a stay-at-home mom because I'm originally from Malaysia, currently living in Singapore, so we did not have that support. So, being mom and women ourselves, and I don't know, it didn't cross my mind then why didn't my husband quit his job, but I just took on that and thought I could be a stay-at-home mom. But 6 months into the whole gig, I'm like, I'm so bored. I love being a mom to her, but I also want another part of me. I also still want to be being an independent woman who's been working for myself and not reliant on someone else financially. It was hard on me. Just that security side of things. So I decided that I'm going to be a blogger, something that I could do from home. So this is 2013 when people were still reading blogs. I'm like, I don't know how to blog. I have no idea how to blog. I've never written a blog. The last time I ever wrote anything was when I was in high school, but I'm going to do this. And then my husband was like, you write a blog? What? Your English is still you butcher your grammar sometimes. But I'm like, no, I'm going to learn about it. So long story short, I started the blog and I learned about business. And from the blog, it grew into a maternity concierge business. And then from there, I wrote a book about it, about how I help moms. And then other women who are following me, Instagram came along and people are like, so how did you go from this? I see you as a mom and you're just blogging about your kids, and now you're talking about business. How did that happen? And so I realized that my case isn't unique. There's a lot of moms like us who, have all the education. Actually, my education is also not that high, but a lot of moms who have so much skills behind them, and because of family, they had to give up their career. And with the internet these days, you can actually have the best of both worlds. So why not start a business and really you could really prosper? And with the internet and technology, it really doesn't take a lot to start a business nowadays, contrary to what most people think.
Yes. No more business permits and all those extra expenses. All you need now is actually the minimum is a phone. Which most of the people have.
yeah, you're ready to go. And yeah, you don't need to hire staff, you don't need physical location, all the equipment and things like that,
Yes.
right? So yeah.
So with all of that, I mean, I know how busy you could have been, but how do you manage your self-care? I mean, how with that, what does self-care mean to you?
Like, people think I'm very busy. I don't think I'm very busy. I'm actually very, I'm quite free. I feel like
You're
I'm
very
quite.
chill. Actually, I was when I asked you about this invitation to be in my show, I was like very concerned. Maybe it's too late that I've asked you, but then your answer is, "Oh, I'm free on that day," and it's like, really? How could you be so like free?
Well, the thing is, people think that, you know, when you're a business owner and your mom, your life is busy. The good thing about being
Mm,
a mom and owning your own business is that time freedom. You can
mm,
choose to do whatever you want, right? But you do need to, once you decide this is the time that I allocate for something, I'm gonna do it. But when you
mm,
really think about it, is I don't spend a lot of time at work, and kids, I mean, I'm good that my kids are between 5 to 9 years old now. They're a lot
mm,
easier. They don't require so
mm.
much of my time. But other than that, yeah, I find that I'm quite free, and I love the fact that I get to control how I like to spend my time.
Yes,
Like today,
exactly.
I need to talk to Janine at once. Sure, you know, I could just um, postpone talking to my team, someone about, I need to talk to someone in my team about her new role. And then I'm like, okay, so maybe I just talk to Janine first and then I'll talk to my team. This is no problem, right?
Thank you so very much for
So there's
making
no
that
like,
happen.
oh, I'm busy, I'm really like committed to something, unless I'm like out at a shoot with a client and things like that can't be moved. But
Mhm.
otherwise, yeah, I find like, yeah, that's the thing I love about entrepreneurship. You have your own free time. You can do whatever you
Mm.
want. Yeah. And self-care for me, get back to your question. Self-care for me is just really, it's not about just, you know, going for massages or taking time out,
Mhm.
reading a book. I mean, those things are great. But to me,
Yeah.
self-care is just really living your life every day doing what you love to do. So I feel like,
Mhm.
yes, even though, you know, people may think I'm busy, but because every day I get to decide what I want to do, and I only do things that I want to do because I like it. So that's,
Mhm.
to me, is just self-care. So I don't need to like, oh, take the weekends off. I don't look forward to the weekends like
Okay.
most people like to escape
Mhm.
from their everyday life. I need to go
Mhm.
on a holiday
Yeah.
so that's self-care for me. For me, it's
Yes,
like
yes.
every day is self-care because I
Self-care.
get to choose what I love doing. And that's, to me, self-care.
Uh, I'm very sure that a lot of our viewers would love to have that life. I mean, if you get to do what you want every day and there's no need for you to have a specific time or day to escape from your real life.
Exactly. Yes, you say it so well, Janine. But that's the thing. People think that I wish I can have that life. They feel like, oh,
Mhm.
if if I earn such and such money, if I earn, you know,
Mhm.
get to a certain level of my business, then I can have that life. But
Mhm.
actually, in reverse, you
Mhm.
don't set, people think that, oh, if I start earning this much money, I can have this. If my kids are older, then I can have this. But the thing
Mhm.
is, if you want to be something, it's not, you don't wait until your outer circumstances to be
Mhm.
something. You need to
Mhm.
start with inside first. It's a bit like, you know,
Mhm.
think and grow rich, right? It's like, if you think you're already rich, you don't need to think that I need 100,000 to be rich.
Yes, yes.
30,000, I am rich already. So it's all, and with that mindset, then it's like,
Mhm.
okay, I don't have control over my life right now.
Mhm.
I want to be able to live time freely. Everyone have that power within themselves if you trust in yourself that I
Mhm.
can immediately, by today, I want to live according to what I love to do, and just really believe that you can do it, and start making adjustment in your life towards
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
I
my
would,
next
yeah.
very nice answers. Okay, my next question is you kind of answered it already, but then I would like my question is how do you manage to balance work and being a mom, especially but then the twist is especially during your starting days. I'm sure now it's as you've told me, your kids are a bit, I mean, they're in the age 5 to 9, so
Yeah.
much manageable. They're going to school and all. But then, as you've told me, you started your business when Lauren was born
Yeah, she was
as
six
still a
months old.
baby. So, what are I mean, I'm sure you've gone through the rough days also. So could you share more about
Yeah, so
your
I guess
journey?
when she first started, 6 months old, and
Mm,
I'll just work in the little nooks of time when she's having her nap. That's
mm,
really it. I have no special secret. Like people are like, what's the secret in balancing? No, you just find the amount of time that you need, and also know that just because you can do something doesn't mean you have to do it by yourself. Just because
mm,
I can clean the house doesn't mean I have to clean the house. Just because I can cook doesn't mean I have to cook. I can get someone to do it for me. So you need to value your time. Of course, if I
mm,
love cooking, I mean, sometimes I I like cooking, but doesn't
mm,
mean I want to do it every day, right? But on
mm,
the day I want to cook, okay, it lights me up. I want to cook a special dish, I cook. But most of
mm,
the time, if I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it. Right? I have a helper. And a lot of people are
mm,
like, but helper, that means that I have to pay someone else
mm.
this salary, right? That I
Yes,
can't.
yes.
But if you really think about it, how much do you earn per hour? If you earn,
Mhm,
let's say, even $30 per hour, that's very little, right? Let's say, even if you
mm.
earn $30 per hour, hiring a helper, we're lucky that we're in, Asia, and it's still
Yes,
kind
yes.
of cheap. So my helper, I would say she costs about 35 per day, right? About
Mhm,
in a month, about 1,000 slightly up, right? So a day is
mhm,
about $35 per day. I am
mhm,
sure if I spend my time not cleaning, not doing all that, I
mhm.
can earn a lot more than 35 per day. So I see
Yeah,
it that way. I don't see it as a cost. I see it as buying my
and
time
that's
back.
for
And
you.
my time
Mhm,
is a lot more precious than money
mhm,
because you can earn money. You can't earn time.
mhm.
Yeah.
So it's on the mindset.
Yeah.
Hi,
And he
Will.
I locked the door and he got the key, right? He loves coming on live for some reason. Every time in live, he's just like, he needs to crash. You want to say hello?
Okay.
You want to say
Say
hello, baby?
hi.
Hi. You want to say
Hi.
something? You want to be in the interview and say something also? You want to share something? Hmm? How do you balance your life or something like that?
Balance.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. My next question would be, which habit of yours, because having a good life, I think it all attributes to good habits. So what habit of yours do you attribute your success today?
Habit of mine. I think habit is something to be developed. I certainly did not have good habits. I don't think I do. I'm that kind of person. I like things to just flow. I don't like rules, if you probably could tell by now.
Oh,
I
okay.
freedom, and
Mm,
like I have over the years, because of motherhood and also business, the habit that I suppose I I have honed in, I have developed would be discipline.
mhm,
Discipline in, like, okay, I need to get this done. I sit down and get it done. But prior to this, I
mhm,
have no discipline. I can tell you that I don't like I don't like freedom. I don't like being tied down to something. So I'm not the most disciplined person, But for me,
mhm,
I think before you have that habit, the importance of habit is more mindset. I think, like, in my
mhm,
life, mindset has taken me or helped me more than habits, because habit is something that you can develop once you
mhm,
want to develop it. So it comes from
mhm.
here first.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So the mindset that's really helped me, I've been thinking, I'm always into like self-development and like how I can be better. And I noticed that the one mindset that helps me is that I'm not afraid of giving things a try, and I'm very positive. And how I become this person is because I have experienced hardship when I was very young. Since very young, my childhood was difficult. My mom passed away very young. So because I've gone through that, everything else now is not that. So everything else is good. You know, I'm grateful for very small things, very little thing. So because of that, I'm quite an optimist. So whatever things that hard that happens, any obstacle to me it wasn't that difficult. It's not death. I'm not dying. You know, I'm not not worrying about my grocery money running out. I'm not healthy. Like when I was young, my mom was very sick. I was sick as well. I used to have asthma all the time when I was young. So I think, yeah, because of what I've been through, it has sort of like groomed me to become the person and the mindset that I have today.
You might say that you don't have any habits, but then having that very great mindset is a very good habit at it.
Yeah, I think that's like that's a natural kind of like it's just there, right?
Yeah, but because not everyone have that great mindset. I mean, some people would just, all the negativities, they don't even realize it, that they are living with all the negativity in their life. I mean, just by simply going out in the street, thinking that, oh, I missed the bus. Oh, it's going to be traffic. I mean, those simple things, that's all negativity, which most people never even think of them having for themselves. So for you to have that great mindset is a very great habit of yours already.
Yeah, for me, it's like if I miss the bus, I'll be like, oh, cool, I can be at the bus stop and just listen. I have more time to listen to my podcast or whatever. I was like, oh, cool, maybe I'll just take another bus and discover another route or something. I really would think of that. So yeah, you're right. Maybe that is a habit because it comes natural to me because it's been honed after many years. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that. Never thought of that.
Okay. With that, now that you've shared about your great mindset, how do you train your kids to have this kind of habit as well, so that you would know that as a mom, I'm sure you would like them to have achieve the same success as you have. So what other, I mean, as you've said, habits are skills that can be developed. So if your habit is mindset, what other skills do you want your kids to have? And if that great mindset, how do you also pass to them?
That's a very good question because it's been at the top of my mind because obviously I do not wish upon my children to have to go through that hardship that I have gone through. I do try to share, but I think it's very hard they're not old enough to grasp how it was. They can only see it from like the third person, a storytelling point. Like, oh yeah, but unless you really gone through it, you probably wouldn't. So I think sometimes because they are blessed in their life, so yeah, I try to just model the behavior. So if I want them to try something new, be open to new new circumstances that might be scaring them and pushing past their fears, I need to first show them that I am also modeling that behavior. I can't say, just go for it, don't worry. And then I'll be like, if I am presented by a new opportunity and then she sees me, no, I don't think so, I can do it. If I constantly say those things to myself, kids hear it, right? You may not say exactly, you may be like just talking to a husband and they are listening and absorbing everything. So in front of them, just leaving me as the best version that I can be, and hopefully they can see that and absorb that for themselves. And of course, they do come to me and they say about different things, and we do, as parents, try to tell them what we think is the best way, what we think is what. But at the end of the day, they don't really listen. They watch. They watch you and they learn from that. Yes,
Can I
baby.
have my phone?
Where is it?
I don't know.
Take a break later. Okay, give me another 5-20 minutes. If you give me a break, then I'll maybe later.
Fine.
Okay, good.
Being a mom.
Yes. Testing patience, Even I'll give him. And what I do with phone, right, is that I never charge it to the full. Just charge a little bit, so eventually it runs out. So I don't even have to, hey, give it back. Because once you give it to them, it's very hard to take it back. So make sure you don't charge it. Oh, they run out, they have to give it back to you, then they're taking a break again. Yeah. And then something else to earn it back again. So yeah. So I always tell them they're lucky they have phone right now at this age.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, it's a privilege. It's not theirs. Yeah.
Okay, moving on from being a mother, let's now dive into being a mompreneur.
Okay.
Why do you think, could you share, why do you think women should be financially savvy even if their spouse can afford a good living for them already?
Well, because in relationship, there's no 100%, right? I think, even if your relationship is super solid, right? You can't control someone else and you can't control your husband's finances. So the good thing that you can do for yourself is earn your own keeps. Whether it's more than your husband or even it's substantially less, you earn your own keeps, and that satisfaction from just knowing that, I think sometimes it's not just because of the money, right? Money is just an exchange of values. What you provide to others is value, and people pay you in money, right? Instead of barter your chicken or something like that back in those days, you get money. So that's an exchange of value. So the more you do something, the more, because of that money, whether it's a big sum or a small sum, you are a valuable person in the world, and it gives you a sense of confidence, I think. Yeah, I think your husband could be a billionaire, but if you don't earn anything by yourself, I don't know, I'm just speaking for myself here. Obviously, I don't know most women how they think, but for myself, I think I would be even more confident and speak a bit louder when I earn my own money as well. And also, I think, being able to earn your own money, you are continuously learning. I think in the working world, whether you're working or whether you have your own business, you can't help but keep up with the times, and that makes you interesting. That makes you more purposeful and valuable in the world. It's not just because of your husband relationship, it's also with your kids. So I think showing that women should be independent financially is very, very important.
Okay, so with that, any tips for women who are having second thoughts and giving up their career to take care of their kids and start a business? Because as you all know, especially nowadays in our society, most people think that, women should also have a career of their own, even, but then it's not always like that. I mean, sometimes it's also personal preference, actually, but most people, I mean, some people would hesitate on doing it and diving off that cliff because of what the society thinks.
Correct.
And so any tips for women, for mothers who are in this situation?
Well, I think the best way to, if you're unsure, should I be quitting my job? Should I stay in my job? Should I start a business? Should I be a stay-at-home mom? All of that, just kind of sometimes you need to shut off from the rest of the world and just really think for yourself what makes you happy. I think the good thing about starting a business now, there's no barrier to entry. You can literally just start an Instagram account and start, sharing. And of course, there's different nuances and skill to that. But to start is super easy right now, and it's almost free to market your product. You don't have to have enough, money to advertise on TV, whatever. Yeah, you don't need all that, right? But do it for the right reason. don't do it because you are just trying to keep up with the Joneses. You see, oh, my neighbor or my sister-in-law or my sister is starting a business now. It looks like she's doing well. So therefore, I feel like I should start a business when you don't really enjoy business. You find that stressful. Maybe you're just happy being a stay-at-home mom. Then just be happy where you are. Exactly. So sometimes, so having said that, I do have a download, which is like a free 3-day video program where we email to you for you to discover your calling. Because a lot of moms, when they're like, I need to start my business, but I don't know which area I could go into, what I'm good at. So I do have this download. Maybe later I'll share with you. Maybe you want to share with the link with those.
Yes, of course.
Or you can, just leave a comment for those who are watching later. Then I can drop the link for you. So you can, just watch and see if that's your calling. For all you know, that's not your calling. Your calling is be a full-time, super attentive, mom, be a supportive wife to your husband. And yeah, maybe you don't need to start a business. Maybe you in terms of financial, how do I then earn money, right? It could be through investment. Invest some of your money through growing with other scheme. There's so many ways. So don't feel like you need to do something or stay in a career or that you hate because of what other people think. Yeah. So I still remember when I quit my business to be a stay-at-home mom, one of my aunts, are you sure you want to be a stay-at-home mom? Your brain will go mushy, the term that they use. Like, you won't be interesting anymore. And there's this term in Chinese, like, oh, you be the 黄脸婆, meaning like your face is like the yellow, like ugly face, like just stay at home. Like, you won't be interesting to your husband. Your brain will go down and stuff like that. I'm like, no. At that point, I felt like my priority was my kids and just let me try it out. So I did try to be a stay-at-home mom, and I figure out that isn't for me. Right? So then I find my new way of wherever life takes you. So I think it's important to just listen to your heart, and who knows what's going to happen. So yeah, the best thing is just live what you think is right by you, and that way, whether how long or short your life is, then you have no regrets because you live right by yourself.
I'm speechless.
I know it needs to come from someone who's like, at least at my age to be able to say that, right? Because I've really gone through a lot.
Okay. Going to our last question. Okay. A lot of women look up to you, like me, with all your accomplishments. Any advice for them to help boost their confidence and just be the best as they can be?
Yeah. So that, I think, having self-confidence, it builds on to what I just now. Learn to just listen to yourself. And confidence, a lot of people think confidence comes from external, or like people seek validation from other people, and that's normal. If you find that's you, that's normal. I'm a little bit like that as well, and I learn from that, right? So we kind of see like, oh, if I dress well, I want to hear my husband say, oh, you look good, oh, you're a great mom, mommy, I love you, right? But by right, the confidence comes from us staying in integrity with ourselves. The promises that we make to ourselves, and if we keep to that promise, the more we do that, the more confidence we have in ourselves. If I say, I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna be healthy, I'm gonna stop eating less junk food, I'm gonna cut by, and if you just follow that just one day, and then the second day, the more you promise yourself something and you're gonna do it, the more confidence you have in yourself. It doesn't come from like external, a third party, but yourself. Just keep your promise to yourself. That's it. Yeah, so I think like people lose confidence when they're like, I'm going to start a business and then never get around to it. I'm going to do something and never get around to it. So they don't trust themselves anymore. And that's why you don't have no self-confidence. So it's just keeping promise to yourself. So yeah.
Okay. So with that, I would like to thank you so much, Michelle, for your time. Would you like to, do you have any, what do you call this, products, I mean, courses that you're going to, do you want to promote anything on the show
Oh,
for
okay.
our viewers?
I don't have anything to promote. Actually, like now it's November, December. These 2 months, we're not launching anything. No program is
Oh,
open for registration. Just because we still have other students that we have. I have enough one-on-one coaching clients. What we plan to do in these 2 months is just continue to put out content, give valuable information, mindset sort of things to help our community, and then we'll start again strong in 2022. So yeah, I
2022.
just had a team meeting yesterday, and that's what we plan to do for the rest of the year. But I do have an idea that in December I might want to do a kind of like a 5-day jumpstart 2022 on a good note kind of thing, like a 5-day boot camp, get ready for 2022. But I'm still thinking, like, do I want to run it, or I don't know. Like, anyone,
Very
anyone,
interesting.
let me know on the comment when Janine reshare this as a IGTV, or tag me. You can tag me in the IGTV.
Yeah,
As
the
I
chill mom.
you can tag as co-collaborator, so I can repost as well on my. So it will
Oh,
show
okay.
your profile and my profile. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, okay. I'll try to do that.
Yeah, then
Okay.
yeah, that one
Okay.
gets more
So
active.
thank you so much. I mean, it's been a journey for me, as this is the last episode of my first season of Women's Self-Care series. I can't believe it's been a journey for me, and for me to start it, I can't even believe how I've been able to put up everything.
Exactly.
As you've told me, as you've told us earlier, you just need to start and have that confidence in yourself to just do it, because this is something that makes me happy.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of people think, oh, it's got to be perfect, only when I'm this, only when I'm that. Just start. Just start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Good job, Janine. Well done.
Thank you. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
And thanks
Okay. So
thank
yes,
you.
thank you. Thank you. So I know you will have your team meeting. You've told us earlier, so I won't get you too long for this. Okay, thank you so much to our viewers, and I will be posting this also in IG Live, IGTV. So that's all. Thank you. See you
Thank you.
2020 for the second season of Women's Self Care series.
Yay. Can't wait to watch that. Thank you, Janine.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
good day. Weekend.
Yes, that too. Bye.